In the following crash course, you'll learn the fundamentals of Buddhist meditation, from the posture to the positioning of the hands and legs, and even techniques to still the mind. Stick around till the end to learn about more ways to absorb these teachings from Tashi on a much more personal level. So let's begin.
My name is Tashi Mannox. I'm very sorry I can't be with you in person, but this is a really good alternative. First of all, posture. Posture is the foundation of meditation. Of course, ultimately we can meditate anywhere, but first of all, we need to gain that confidence in taming our mind to be able to meditate anywhere in a non-distracted way. It's very important that we support ourselves upright, not to be leaning. If you're leaning back in a chair or when we're sitting, this is kind of a lazy posture. The energy of the body won't flow properly, so it's very important to be upright. If your back hurts, it's because you're not used to sitting up straight, and the remedy for that is just sit straighter, and within days or weeks you will strengthen, the back will strengthen, and you'll learn how to hold ourselves upright again. We have a tendency in our culture always to be resting back, leaning, in our cars, in our armchair. So we're not accustomed to be upright and straight. And there are very specific reasons for meditation, how the body affects the mind with the uprightness of our torso. So we start with the legs. If we're on the floor, then we have crossed legs. When we say cross legs, we're not crossing the ankles. You don't want to trap ankles. It's better to have one leg in front of the other, like that. You can sit in half lotus, if you wish, or you can sit in full lotus. Whichever it's easier. This is ultimately, if you're accustomed to this, is the best posture to be in full lotus. You're very well grounded. If there's going to be a big gust of wind, you're not going to blow over too easy. You're well planted on the floor. Now there is an important point to help us be upright, and that's your cushion. The cushion we sit on. We need something a little firm, a little bit up to hold us upright, and this will help with the legs. If we don't have a cushion, we're down too much and we have this tendency, we feel we're falling back. So there's always tension in the body that we're always trying to keep forward. There's always tension here in the lower back, the lumbar area, and then you can't relax properly in the mind. So it's important to get the right height of the cushion to your own body. Technically, to the book, the right height of your cushion is when after we sat on it, should be 4 fingers and your thumb height to your own body. 2 handspans across, and 1 handspan deep, so like an oblong. It can be square as well, 2 by 2 or 2 by 1. That's the correct height, something a little bit firm. As you get more used to your posture, you will need less height. So that's the legs. Upright, the back, means as straight as possible. Bring your shoulders back and relax into it. What helps the back be straight as well in the right posture is where your arms and hands are. There's a tendency for us to put our hands too forward. This brings the shoulders too forward, and that brings our body too forward. Bring the hands behind your knees. Relax the elbows, and this will keep you very straight. Technically, to the book as well, we bring our thumbs here to the base of the ring finger, close the palms, and down on the lap, like that. Other postures we may have seen like this belongs to the Hindu tradition of meditation, the Hindu yogas. But as I'm teaching from my tradition, which is Tibetan Buddhist tradition, then this is how I was taught, and this is how we do this. It's not like one tradition is right and one is wrong. They are different traditions. But the most important thing, we shouldn't mix up traditions. You will get a conflict of energy. Arms relaxed to the side, up nice and straight. Alternatively, you can have your hands in your lap, the classical Buddha position, thumbs just touching, one hand over the other. Quite useful to use the base of your t-shirt just to help, otherwise you'll be falling down there. This gives a very closed feeling, a more secure feeling to the meditation, more disciplined perhaps. If we feel like we need to be more open, then have the hands here, and it has more of an open, expansive feeling to the meditation. So now we move on to the head. The head should be straight. It shouldn't be looking out like this, or resting back on the neck, or falling down. Nice and straight. Imagine we're being held by the crown of the head, a rope, pulled up. This means our chin is tucked in a little bit. We call the meditator's chin, tucked in a little bit, but still straight. Our eyes are looking slightly downwards. We meditate with our eyes a little open, like a half-open gaze. If you feel compelled to close your eyes during the meditation, that's fine, don't fight it. But generally we don't meditate with our eyes closed because one, more likely to fall asleep, and two, you could be distracted or entertained by the visions we see behind our closed eyes, within the mind, imagination, daydreaming, etc. So a little bit open, just looking slightly downwards. By the book we say 8 fingers from the tip of the nose, so you're looking to the end finger there. So this suggests a little angle downwards. But you can change this angle according to your state of mind. If your meditation, for example, is dull and sleepy, uninspired, then set your gaze more straight, even upwards slightly, and awaken yourself inside. This will lift your energy and help your meditation be more light. Opposite to that, if your mind is too restless, too many thoughts, you can't settle, you just want to get up, you're daydreaming too much, you're arguing with yourself, you're thinking about something you should have said yesterday, or you want to say tomorrow. All this chitter chatter going on in your mind, planning and neuroses and everything. If there's too much going on in the mind, too much agitation, then set your eyes a little steeper down, and this helps close us down a little bit and be more calm and more relaxed. So gauge your eyes accordingly. We breathe naturally in and out through the nose. This implies that the mouth is closed, but not tightly shut, not clenching the teeth. They say technically a way of expressing just how relaxed the mouth is, one should be able to pass a grain of rice just through the lips. So just very, very slight. And the back of the tongue is against the roof of the mouth. So when we swallow once, the tongue naturally goes there. And if we're not swallowing again, we're not doing anything else, the tongue will stay there. And this is very useful. It stops the mouth from collecting the saliva, so we're not spending the whole meditation swallowing our own saliva. It's a natural place to be. So those are the main points of the meditation posture. The foundation, the legs, the right size cushion to hold it upright properly, a very straight back, shoulders back a little bit, open chest, hands behind the knees or in the lap like this, straight head, eyes basically slightly downwards and gazing, and the tongue, the roof of the mouth and the mouth relaxed. You don't want to be meditating with your gawping open mouth. Those are the main points of the meditation itself. Now during the meditation, We may find we have aches and pains. We may find we slump a little bit, we relax. It's absolutely fine during the meditation, but as minimal as possible, so we don't become a fidget. To adjust yourself, once in a while you can just pull yourself up straight again to the posture. And as you become more experienced with meditation, it is a skill to learn. You will learn how to fit into the posture more quickly, and you will learn to stay in a good posture. You'll learn how the posture is. You can even get a friend to check your back, check your shoulders. Maybe you're sort of wonky a bit here or there. But you will learn and get less fidgety. If we have an insatiable itch, for example, say we have an insatiable itch on the nose, and it's really disturbing us, making your eyes water even. The thing to do is to try and ignore it, not to give in to these things of always scratching and itching or my legs going numb, all these sort of things. Just leave it. Legs go numb, doesn't matter. At the end of the meditation, then you can get the blood back that's probably trapped from a vein or something like that. It doesn't.
And grow as a human being. All the love, and see y'all next week.